guys? Welcome back to Gradina Space. Today, we're going to be talking about science and soil science in particular. And I'm joined today by my podcast co host, Dennis, who's also the social media manager, a good friend who helps me, grow the channel. Part of which is our Instagram channel, Gradina.space, to which please subscribe. We'd appreciate a follow and some engagement there because we're putting a lot of effort into growing that space. So yeah, any type of support will be much appreciated. Thanks. Wanna add something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, well, let me just say hi. Oh, hey guys. As you've heard, my name is Dennis, and something that is very interesting today. Today, you're going to enjoy the topic of today. It might sound a bit complicated, but actually, it's something that we need to hear and we need to listen to. So, thank you so much for your support so far. And you're still asking for more. We are still asking for you guys to share our videos, for you guys to leave a comment, for you guys to like, and like always support us. We appreciate your support so much. Thank you so much. Over to you, my good friend.
Nice. Today we're talking about. Anyways, so today we're talking about soil and what it actually is and how much you probably have been lied to about soil and the whole science behind it. So yeah, today
Yeah.
we're going to be
So
talking about soil and what it actually is and how much you've basically been lied to about soil.
yeah, and actually that is a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot. It's basically, let's start with what you've definitely seen. You've all seen the quote, we know more about the universe and outer space than we know about the soil underneath our feet. Which I think people have said that it's a quote from Leonardo da Vinci. I'm not certain about that, but
Uh-huh. But I have a question. Are you sure it's a quote from Leonardo da Vinci
no,
or
I'm
something?
not. I'm definitely not sure it's a quote from him, because nobody has ever found anything that he wrote about the topic. But people have looked, and the most famous line in the history or so is probably never written. So that's the first fake news there is. Yeah.
Yeah, because I believe actually so many people say a lot about this topic, honestly. And soil is something part of the garden whereby there's so much myth that I have completely taken over, and probably because it's part that you can't see and part that you can't even understand.
Yeah, so let's fix that. We can start simple, what so is actually made of. Let's discuss that. Yeah.
Yeah, according to my own knowledge and understanding, soil is made of about I think 45% of minerals and maybe 25% of water and another 25% of air and maybe about of a simple, a very little percentage of the organic matter.
Mm.
Not sure.
Please say that again. Water and air and like the soil. Like
Yeah, 25% of water and 25% of air in the soil.
so basically half of the good soil is just empty space. That's
Yeah, if you come to think about it, half of it it's nothing because soil is solid and it's more like a sponge. Actually, if you come to touch about the texture, it's more spongy.
hmm.
So the little there are some gaps in between, and those gaps they hold water, air, and the root.
Okay. So when you say good soil, we're mainly talking about the small holes and empty space inside of it. So when you're saying good soil, like the good soil we keep talking about in all of the videos, we're mainly talking about like the empty space or the holes inside the soil.
Yeah, actually, we are praising the empty space, and it's more of walking on a wet bed, and
Mm.
which is so bad. And you're squashing the dirt, and you're squashing the space, and the space was the whole point, or is the whole point.
Yeah, now that the part that surprises me is the organic matter, like the compost, the stuff we're basically obsessed about and we've made like so many videos about is like the smallest piece of the soil, like the smallest percentage, like 5% or something.
Yeah. Surprisingly, I was even actually surprised because okay, I can say actually the organic matter only comprises of 5% when it comes to good soil, and a lot of real gardens are now down at 1 or 2, and a decent target is somewhere between 3 and 6%, to be precise.
Okay, so 5% is doing basically most of the work of helping the plant grow into the proper plant.
Yeah, and yeah, true. And also another thing that we should focus on is texture. This just means how much sand, silt, and maybe clay you have, and those are the real measurements, not opinions. And when it comes to sand, sand is a very big, should I say, a broad and a profound topic to tackle.
Yeah,
And when it comes to silt, silt is smaller, and clay is the smallest.
like it's basically like how much smaller would the clay be compared to like sand?
Yeah, according to research, the biggest clay particle is at least 25 times smaller than the smallest grain of sand.
Wow, so I can't even imagine that.
That is according to research.
What do you mean small? 25 times smaller than the? Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And actually, the funny thing, let me share with you. The funny thing is, the tiny particles have huge amount of service for their weight, and that's why clay holds so much water when it comes to water retention. And also that's why you might find clay is sticky and sticks on your boat every time maybe you walk, and every time you touch. So it's not a different material from sand. It's the same rock, just like it's more of a finer ground. Like it has some finer particles for that
Mm-hmm.
matter.
Okay, and that basically leads to like the most important line in this episode, kind of. And yeah, I guess that is that you probably couldn't change the soil texture. You could change probably only the structure of the soil.
Which
Um,
you're reading
which,
my part.
which meaning that if you've got clay, you've got clay probably. Then it's like, yeah, like whatever you have in the
Yeah,
soil is what you've got. Yeah.
yeah, true. Like it's a permanent solution. No product changes, no amendment. Texture is just a yeah. The glue is active and alive.
Okay, so let's talk about what's living down there in the soil. Like there's I think from what I've read, like a line from the U.S. Conservation Service that a teaspoon of soil has as much like nature and microorganisms as there are people on Earth, and that's just in a teaspoon.
Yeah, and surprisingly, 1 gram of soil is not to hold billions of is it billions of bacteria, and 10,000s of different kinds of them.
Wow. Like even in 2023, there was a state that estimated so might become to around like 59% of all like living species on the planet. But,
Yeah, but wait, you need to be careful with that number.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess I do need to be careful with it because the scientists themselves said that it's a rough estimate, like nothing is certain about that, but it's the kind of word that gets turned into a slogan, even if only roughly right. There, even if most of the life on the planet isn't in the ocean and in the forest, it's in the dirt. Yeah, Dennis, I guess you're right. I guess we need to be careful with the number because it's the kind of number that gets turned into a slogan. Like, there's more life in the dirt than there is in the ocean.
Have you ever heard of the mycorrhizal fungi? Because this is something that matters so much when it comes to farmers and gardeners.
Hmm.
They team up with the plant roots. They reach out of the soil for the plant and bring back water and nutrients. In return, the plant feeds them sugar. That is
Like,
what we call the mycorrhizal fungi.
oh, that's great, but how many plants do this? Like,
Oh, somewhere between 80 and 90% of the land.
So basically, every single plant just uses this mycorrhizal fungi thingy. Cool. So,
Except
uh,
there's a catch. Actually, there's a catch. Actually, except there's a catch, and I hardly want anyone mentions the brassicas don't do this at all. I don't know
wh-
if you know the brassicas.
wait, yeah, of course I know the Bersicas, yeah. But one, wait, so none of them use this mycorrhizal fungi? Like cabbage, broccoli, kale, radish, mustard?
Yeah. When it comes to cabbage, the broccoli, the kale, the radish, the mustard, think, and I think the spinach family doesn't either. And a big chunk of veggies also.
Okay, so any type of product that says fungi helps everything hasn't thought about your cabbages, basically. That's that's what you're saying.
Yeah. And here's a new thing. In all this, there's a sticky protein. I don't know. It's called. Is it glomalin?
Glomalin,
I
yeah.
think some glomalin. Someone can search, and it glues the soil crumbs together, and it's one
Mm.
of the main glues in soil. It was actually discovered in 1996 by a lady called Sarah Wright at the United States Drugs Administration.
Okay, the
Uh,
USDA,
yeah,
yeah.
yes, yes,
So
yes.
like in 1996, most people listening were already alive, I guess. Like probably like Charles Darwin, like the guy who did the whole evolution of species and stuff.
Wait, the worm guy. Going to say the worm guy
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I normally
yeah,
know
the
him as
worm
the
guy,
worm.
yeah. His last book was in 1881, and it wasn't about evolution. It was actually about earthworms. He spent decades on them, and he worked out, in the English fields that earthworms bring something like 10 to like 20 tons of soil to the surface per acre every year.
Right. And I'm sure he wrote the best line anyone would ever write when it
Oh
comes
yeah,
to soil.
yeah. It may be doubted whether there are many other animals which have played such an important part in the history of the world as have these lowly organized creatures, aka worms.
Yeah. So the man who came up with the evolution theory, spent his final years writing about worms.
Yeah, that's that's one of the myths. It's the part where people get angry at us because that's where the myths come. And I guess myth one is don't add sand to clay or soil or to clay soil.
Yeah, but everyone says do that. Why? Why should you do?
Yeah, I mean, unless you add like a huge amount, you're all just making a kind of a cheap concrete. That's basically all you're doing. Sand grains stick together, and the thing that's actually fixing clay is organic matter. Sand just gives the clay something to set around.
Yeah, the coffee grounds make soil acidic. Is this true? If you maybe you
Uh,
can clarify.
so used coffee grounds are kind of close to neutral, like the neutral pH around pH of 6.5, and the neutral is 7. So the 6.5 pH is basically doesn't cause any effect. Acid that went into your the acid just went into your coffee. If I have to be honest, like they're fine. You can add coffee grounds. You can add them all. All of the acidity is in your coffee drink, and you've probably drunk it already. And yeah, they're not going to acidify anything. That's a myth.
Mm, mm. And actually, another myth that maybe I can say about, and I want to be honest about this because it's on every gardening website. If
Mm.
you might search for others, they claim that one percentage, one or that 1% more organic matter holds an extra 20,000 gallons of water per acre.
Mm. Yeah, that number looks kind of inflated, like badly inflated. University critiques say that the real amount of water plants can actually use is just a fraction of this. Like, it's not even close. Yeah. Like, the same problem is with the 60 harvests left or whatever, like,
Yeah, actually, you need to talk about that because that is a big one
yeah. Like,
if you
you've
think
heard.
about it.
You've heard that the world only has like 60 harvests left or something like that, from the doomers. And there's it basically it came from a press report quoting an official, and it spread like wildfire. Like, so scientists have critiqued and criticized it hard ever since it came out, and there is no evidence behind it that there is only 60 harvests left, aka in 60 years we're done for. And to put one number on the whole planet doesn't really mean anything, if I have to be honest, because soils are different everywhere. Like your soul, for example, your soul is different from my soul, so how can you put a number 60 on every soul on the whole planet? Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but that doesn't that mean problem is fake?
I mean, not at all, to be honest. Like, the FAO looked into this in 2015, and they figured, you know, the figure usually quoted for that work is that around a third of the world's soil is degraded. So, both things can be kind of true at the same time. Like, the problem is real, the soil is in bad quality, but the number 60 is just fake, and it's, yeah.
Yeah, I want to share something. In 1943, rather, a guy called Selman Waxman pulled a drug out of soil bacteria. It was called streptomycin.
So, I guess that someone Walksman just put like a miracle cure for one of the most deadly diseases, tuberculosis, from the soil. So there you go, guys. A couple of myths we've tried to bust in this episode with Dennis. And, we've basically shown you guys that not everything you see on the internet is a fact. And you need to do some extra research. So hopefully you've learned something new about like some myths. Hopefully we've busted them in this episode. And yeah, we hope you guys have liked this episode. And hope you can subscribe. Dennis, wanna add something?
Yeah, as I always say, it's a good thing to share because I believe these guys actually have the topics they like us to cover. We may be able to run out of topics, maybe, and run out of ideas, but with your support and with your help, we will be able to even tackle more gardening tips and gardening hacks. And also, we're also learning this actually. We're working with you through this journey. So however we may go wrong, we are always ready to be corrected and to be shown the way. So thank you so much for your support, and always don't get tired of commenting, of sharing, of liking our videos, because these are journey actually, and I believe we will learn a lot, and we are going to teach you a lot. Also, anyway, we are going to learn a lot from you.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna learn a lot together, and please comment down below the video and let us know what you thought about this episode. But yeah, that's it for today, and see you guys next time. Bye bye.